Okay, so I want to show my solution to or I've seen that the mob elevator or the transporter, which has been which is the method of transporting mobs by water. Um, I've seen that it's been broken because of the new updates with the bubble streams. I've actually come up with a solution which I think works pretty good. Um, it isn't as good as the before the update, but again, it's a very good solution, which is very easy to make, utilizing bubble streams and nothing more than science, soul sand, water, and some type of blocks. So, what I've seen is that um, it's impossible to connect water with the bubble stream, because if you do, you'll get, I can show you, you'll get um, the source block, which is running into here, so you'll get the mobs stuck in between the two water streams or the two source blocks, and you won't have any progress. So just place this one back here. My system actually works by placing first, you'll have a spawner, or you'll have first 3 mobs, which is neutral to the mobs you want to transport. So say that you have for example, a zombie spawner, and you want to transport them to a killing ground after you have dropped them a few meters or blocks or whatever. So the first thing you do is that you concentrate them in some sort of stream. By using my method, 3 of them will first come down here, and then the 4th one, which is actually kind of weird, but you'll see that the 4th one won't fall down the hole, but will actually go up the stream, and he won't take any damage for the fall, so you can actually predict and deliver the right amount of damage to him, so you'll get 1-hit clicks with your fists, or as close to as possible. This method works with all kinds of mobs, or as many mobs as you want. As you can see, the zombies actually don't fall in the hole. They don't want to fall in the hole because there's already the space is filled up, so the zombies actually get spewed out into the water stream, and they'll get shot up through the bubbles. This method works with all kinds of mobs. The only problem is that it doesn't work really well with babies, zombie babies or anything, and that's because the zombie babies, I can show you if I'm lucky. Just gotta spawn enough of them. Okay, I've actually got none of them. Oh, wait a second. Nice. So the babies don't really seem to work in the same way, but again, the system works because mobs tend to move around, and when you're only giving the mobs this area to go around, they have one choice, they have 2 choices, which is either to stay, which they won't because they will eventually move, and then they'll eventually end up jumping up and then going up the bubble stream and then falling the stream and then falling to the deaths, which is extremely good. But the problem is that they won't occupy the space, so you'll have to wait for the baby zombies to move on their own. This method also works with skeletons and villagers. I haven't tested anything else, but it probably work with anything that is 2 blocks high. Oops. So again, 3 enemies first, or mobs, whatever. And these won't fall in the hole. Wait a second. There we go. Okay. And you see, maybe you didn't see. Let's see again. They'll just skip past them and then go up the bubble stream and fall through the depths, which is extremely nice. There's a little problem in survival, or hardcore at least. The mobs tend to not fall. There tend to be at least 4 mobs before the other mobs actually go in. Skip past this bit at least. And I think it's because mobs tend to move against the stream of water, and when they do that, and they don't run fast, and they fall in the hole here, which is isn't as good. But if you get enough mobs here, it doesn't matter. So you can see the villagers. Villagers work a little different. As you can see, they seem to have a bigger hitbox, which is affecting how they how the system works. But again, you won't often use it, and a bigger hitbox is actually better for you, because you need less villagers to be in that hole. If I can get a villager baby, if I'm lucky. There we go. Okay. As you can see. Oh, yeah. That one got stuck. What tends to happen, especially with the zombies, is that the villager babies, or the zombies, the babies in themselves, get stuck in this hole, and they just don't move. They move, but you'll have to wait for them to move before they go through the bubble stream, which is not as good. I'm going to show you an example in hardcore. Okay. So what I've done is I found a zombie spawner, and I've set up this exact system. I can show you the insides of the zombie spawner. So this is the inside. I completely gutted the cobblestone, the mossy cobblestone, and then I can placed 2 source blocks up there, and then a pattern down there to make the zombies go in one continuous stream. I have some glass here, but I think it will mess up the system, but I can show you exactly what I did. As you can see, the exact same setup. So the zombie is just there. I think I gotta kill some mobs before the next zombie spawn, because there's a lot of mobs already here. And I use an iron sword because some zombies spawn with armor, and it's a pain in the ass to kill them with fists. Yeah, as you can see. You can see the zombie with leather pants just resisted, didn't want to go down there, so he falls in the hole. But on hard mode, the zombies tend to actually just move around a lot. So for some reason, I don't really know why, but they move on their own. They have one choice, which is to go in the bubble stream, and they do that choice when they move, which makes them go up. And I've actually made a tunnel which goes from the bubble stream there, up I think 21 blocks high or something. I can't really remember exactly the height, which goes from there to the tunnel here, which is the killing area. As you can see, there's a lot of zombies. So they go between the bubbles and they fall down here, and I can usually kill the unarmored ones with about 2 clicks, and then the stuff falls down here. But I like to use the sword because I can hit them at once, which is really nice, as you can see. Remember to jump, because some XP might end up here inside the hopper. That's my method. I can go into creative and show you how to make it, but I think you might have actually figured it out yourself. It's very, very simple. Maybe we can wait and show you, so I can show you that there are zombies coming themselves, not just because I'm aggravating them. So what I usually do is wait here with tab out with the inventory open, so you don't end up in the escape menu. And what happens then is that the zombies come and you can kill them. Wait, tab out, do something else, I don't know. But you have to be in the same area for the zombies to spawn and for them to move through the system. This works really well. I can show you now how to build it, which is extremely simple. So here we go. What you need is some sort of spawner. You don't actually need a spawner, but it's nice to have. You don't need it at all. This is just this transport system. You need signs, some sort of block to transport the mobs in, soul sand, water, and yeah, mobs, of course. But so what you want to do is that you first want to start with the water. The first stream you concentrate the mobs on, whatever. So do something like this. Say you have a spawner or something else where you a skeleton spawner, for example, and you get skeletons to come in here. An opening right here. You can get water. Water right there. Place a sign. You want to place 3 signs, one on top of each other, like this. An arch. Make sure that there's no way they can jump up, because you want them to not have a way back, so they're forced to go forwards. You place the soul sand, and you tunnel as long up as you want. Okay. And make sure, this is maybe the most important, that you have all source blocks so that the bubbles actually work. Then when you come to a height you desire, you can tunnel out like this. put another block. Make sure you have something that follows on top. You can either end it with a sign or just going to the limit of the water. So what happened is So what'll happen is the zombies or skeletons or villagers will come down the concentrated stream. They'll end up here. Either 3 of them will come here, and the 3 here can either choose to move up the stream, or they can just wait and they'll eventually move. But before they move, other mobs will come and they get shot up as high as you want, and then they'll fall. And this is a good way to utilize the spawner, because you need to be at a certain distance of the spawner for it to work, for it to spawn mobs. Yes, this was the method, and I hope this helps, because I haven't found any one who has actually found a solution to the water problem. I hope this helps. Yeah, as I mentioned before, in survival or maybe hardcore, it's often that the mobs don't. There's often more than 3 mobs, and they won't go up. That's because they're resisting at this point, I think. But in creative, they won't move at all. So. But and this works in survival and creative. Just in survival, it might be a little trickier. But good luck, and I hope this helps.